Hello ladies, welcome back to my channel. As promised a few weeks ago, here is a video on the YouTuber Shera. In this video, I will deconstruct Shera's rise, why it is happening at this moment, and why I appreciate the content, but I'm not necessarily a fan. In case you knew, Shera7 is a dating coach, calls herself a financial advisor. Her name is Leticia Pado and she is 44 years old. She's also a mother of two, married to James, and living in Houston. You may correct me on any of these details if I am wrong. Now, not a lot of you may know this, but Shera has been making content since 2011 and has amassed hundreds of thousands of subscribers, some of whom regularly tune in to listen to her dating advice. One thing I've noticed is that while there are so many women, so many black women who are against her message and pro 50-50, you will still find a black male making content about her, stalking her page, and just trolling her. So you see, these men never want the women who want them back. Some of my favorite moments of Shera's include the following.
Don't value yourself by a man's opinion. Value yourself by who you think you are and who you know you are. And men will see that in you and then they value you. Men get their value from your self-value. I will repeat that. Men see your value, Men see your value through you valuing yourselves.
So yes, as you can see, it's good quality content. So why did it take some time for black women to catch up with this content? Well, the first reason is that in the past few years, feminism has been at an all-time high. Women were obsessed with the idea of doing it all, and this was promoted from the 60s to around the 2010s, and women were led to believe by celebrities and some high-ranking management in large corporations that it was possible to do everything, to be it all. However, this logic did not take into account the fact that women still need love and beneficial relationships. No matter how successful, they still want a good relationship, but many, especially black women, are restricted to dating down. In this case, dating down is dating black males. Now, there are two problems with this, especially if you restrict yourself to black males. Number one, they have a negative net worth. And number two, black males are encouraged to degrade and abuse black women. This means as a woman, there is no single positive dating black males. So it got to a point where black women in particular have tried doing everything, and the outcomes just keep getting worse. The domestic violence, the single motherhood rates, all that. Just look at this chart showing the rates of single black mothers from 1990 to 2021. It has gone up by almost 1 million since it was at this point that hip-hop culture really started to push even more degenerately than usual and normalize it. And this was combined with the efforts from SJWs to protect and corral the black males. Now, the result of this has awoken many black women, and that's why many of them are turning to Shera7 and are looking for men who can provide, who can start families, and all that. The second reason is that Black Lives Matter made it quite hard to criticize black men and put black male worship at the forefront of our society. For centuries, the black community has been using logical fallacies, lies, threats, and manipulation to keep black women at check. However, it got to a point where Black Lives Matter enhanced these issues and made them 10 times worse, because they were allowed to run free with the crime and all those other factors like black women being more educated and independent led to this situation. Thanks to all these problems, black women have snapped out of it and realized that the community only supports black males. Another reason you might have thought of is the fact that most black women have realized the triangulation of light skin on a black woman and are tired of the colorism conversation. There's only so far we can get with complaining about black males not liking dark-skinned women, especially when you consider that what I mentioned, that the black male has a negative network. Content creators like Chrissy, who are now kind of going irrelevant, are busy pushing the idea that black women should be more submissive to these males. What is the point? Let the light-skinned women happen. Black males have had all time and resources to build a black community, but they are too petty to see black women thriving, so they would rather waste resources and drag black women down. These lighter-toned women have also realized that the black male is not worth what the mammies and black male worshippers claimed, and are now getting the same treatment. Some of them are slowly slithering away. So it will be very interesting when more women wake up and realize that black males are not worth anything that these people have claimed. And by far the most influential on my list is that marriage builds wealth. In order to build wealth, you need mental health. If you are not okay on the inside, you will not be fine on the outside, and you will definitely not be fine in the future. But mental health is largely influenced by stability. Having a home and loved ones to rely on is integral to being happy and raising well-adjusted children. This stats from the IFS prove that. There's a chart here that shows that married couples make much more than their single or divorced counterparts. For example, intact marriages boast the highest income, with the white couples having a net worth of $830,000, while the black ones have $239,000. So you see, if you're the black male, even if he is at his quote-unquote best behavior, you are still at a quarter. You're still performing well below average. So please don't talk about generational wealth as black people when you refuse to see these statistics. You see, it's not comparable. Being with a black male and being with a white man are not comparable. Okay, the stats are the next most financially successful category is those that are married, then the divorced, and then those that have never been married. The link to this, if you would like more information, is the one I have listed in the description box. Now, what can we expect as more black women turn to listen to Shera's sermon and other dating coaches? Well, black males will be yelling for attention during this period, and you can expect it to quiet down as their numbers dwindle. They will be doing anything to shake your confidence and get your attention. So it's why, personally, I have hope for the future. Everything black males are doing is waking black women up. I'm going to do a video on Kevin Samuels in a few weeks, and to show you like the effect and maybe some things you had not thought about. Just 4 or 5 years ago, you could not defend a black woman in real life or on social media. The pick-me's, the SJWs, they could silence you, but as more black women have risen up and spoken out, more are gaining the courage to divest and stand up for themselves and do better for themselves and for their children. A good example is the response to Kalisha Hood, who has been protected. Black women have really come through for her instead of, playing blame games and trying to coddle the black male. So now more black women are going to divest. See, you don't even need to have divestors in person around you, because it can be hard to find us at this moment in the world, because of security issues and the fact that the message has not really spread that much, although the sentiments are definitely there. You need our message, however. Knowing that many of us exist will give you the confidence to do better and to stand up for yourself even when your family and your community are trying to silence. Remember that time is short for blackistan and they need the millions to feel validated. That changes now. You can divest and will succeed doing so, I guarantee you that. Please do not attach your race to your successes and instead push through life, because everyone out here is suffering, and in order to create privilege, black privilege, we will have to do the work today. We'll have to plant the tree today to enjoy the shade tomorrow. Okay? So don't have kids until you're married, ladies, and never settle. You won't regret it. To close off, I'd like to address some concerns. Why Shera 7 is good. I still urge you to take her advice with a lot of caution, especially the spiritual advice. As a Christian, I do not like some of the content, some of it. Okay, Shera is not perfect, and neither are you. Of course, there are some things that I would not apply, but it would be nonsensical of me to deny that which she gets right. Okay. You might make mistakes in this journey of leveling up, because as a human being, you are always learning, but all of us are. I'm not the same person I was last year, because I am always like moving forward. Even though black males will try to use this to their advantage and to trap you in a pit of despair because you have slightly failed, do not give in. But remember that these black males need black women to remain stagnant and to suffer with them. So please don't listen to them and keep moving. Please have a lovely day, ladies, and I hope to see you again next time. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.